You're listening to Scout Radio.
Scout Radio. Good evening from Pangbourne. It's 11 o'clock and you're listening to Thre3 Radio, a 36-hour fundraising radio station brought to you by the First Million Pangbourne Explorers. 36 hours starts now.
Soon we will be travelling to Reading Town Centre. We'll be interviewing some street pastors who are out there in the local community helping people.
Can you give us a quick summary of what you guys do in Reading?
We come out on Friday and Saturday night to help look after the nighttime economy in terms of people that are perhaps not doing too well, a bit worse for wear. Our key aim is to make sure those people get home safely and securely.
What's the best thing about being a unit leader?
I like being able to be silly again, to be honest. I'm a beaver leader normally, so I'm quite silly. But yeah, Scouts and Explorers are just like big beavers, really, so I'm having a lot of fun.
What's going to be your essential for Jamboree that you have to bring?
Earphones.
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely.
earplugs.
Definitely on the bus.
Earphones for travel, and then earplugs when I'm on site sleeping.
We've got Alex on the phone now. I'm actually a young leader at Beavers. What advice can you give me to improve my part in the section and inspire young people?
Oh, that is a great one. Well, I would say that you would be better at that than me. As a beaver leader myself, I always think the magic of beavers is the way they view the world. So I'd do things like I'd disappear out the room and I'd put a pink wig on and I'd walk back in the room, but I wouldn't tell anybody that I'd put a pink wig on, and I'd just wait for them to turn around and say to me, your hair's turned pink. And I'd go, no, you're imagining it, and just let them explore the world for how they see it through their eyes. And I bet you're brilliant at that anyway.
Who's your the most wow moment, famous person that you met?
Oh, I met David Attenborough.
Oh no, I'm really jealous. Oh my god.
So, okay, mental health and all that stuff. Do you still feel open? Is there a thing that you can talk to people at school?
It's
or
really big at our school.
Yeah.
Getting people, we have loads of posters, it's okay not to be okay, all that kind of promotion, and I think it's a really big thing at our school. We'll have assemblies on it, and the school nurse will come in and talk to us about it, and there's always people available to do things for us. If you need help, there's the teachers and the staff at the school are just so supportive. I'm going to finish this with a Jonas Brothers song.
Suckers?
Suckers.
I got a sucker for you.
District Commissioner for Pang Valley, Grant Bailey, has joined us.
Yeah.
Hi.
Thank you for coming around.
Thank you for inviting me.
Hello.
It's great to be here. Fantastic opportunity. It's something really unique in scouting, I think, in this area.
How much do you get paid to do this role?
Unfortunately, I don't get paid very much at all. In fact, I don't get paid at all. But from that point of view, it's a really great thing to be involved with, and something I thoroughly enjoy spending my free time helping out in scouting.
Welcome back to Thre3 Radio. It's Sports Hour on a Saturday afternoon.
So with you integrating the young players into your team, where do you see the Reading Rockets going into the future?
Oh, wow. The future is always a very difficult one to predict, but I would really like us to go on the route that we're going on now. The future should look like it is a bit like now, but just everything better.
How would you encourage people to play basketball? How do you think they should get involved?
I would encourage people to try lots of sports. I think now there's a great opportunity for your age, in fact younger ones, to do loads of different sports, and that's really what sport should be. Then if you find one that you're pretty good at and you love it, then you should get to a good club and have be a bit more serious about it. I just genuinely think you've got to be brave, haven't you?
The local area around Reading and Berkshire generally has such a wealth of top-class sport. You've got, for instance, the British rowing squad. I mentioned it earlier on. The GB rowing squad, one of the most successful Olympic sports over the last few years. They're based in Caversham, which is the Redgrave and Pinsent Rowing Lake. They've got fantastic facilities up there, and they are really accessible as well. And as a sport, a lot of people think rowing's for the more elite of society, those who've got a bit more money, those who go to Oxbridge, for instance. But actually, what British Rowing have done by sort of basing themselves in Caversham is they've given themselves a base over the last 20 years or so to actually really come out and give people a kickstart if you're just the right shape and build to be a rower. For instance, I'm 6'3", I'm very gangly. Apparently, I'm quite good at rowing.
First thing, well done for grabbing Jack Winstanley, getting him when he's not on air, or running around the county somewhere promoting sport. I thought the interview was brilliant, by the way, and it's not very often you hear the radio person's opinion and you hear a lot of the information they give, so I think it's a really good insight, and I think well done to you guys for getting Jack and pinning him down and actually getting him to talk about his thoughts as well. But yeah, brilliant interview, well done.
I think for our girls and our women's sport, it's the environment we have to create for them. It's really different, you know. Boys kind of naturally come in quite competitive, want to fight for their places, want to be the best, whereas girls, they need to enjoy it first. Boys will do the competitive bit first, and then if they enjoy it, great. Whereas girls, if they immediately come in and there's not an enjoyment factor, you kind of lost them. So it's really important, and I think that's what we're doing better now as a club than maybe kind of 5-6 years ago. Why we've got probably 3-4 times the amount of girls we've got coming now is we've got the environment right, we've got the coaches right, we've got the structure right. We make sure it's really enjoyable. They feel very together. They feel a real sense of belonging. Then you'll get them. You don't need to do that as much with the boys. They want to come in, work really hard, sweat, fight, be competitive. You go in like that with girls and they'll go running out the door.
My favourite thing about being in Cubs is that we can go on trips and make new friends.
You learn lots of stuff about stars, maps, and trying to find people in the woods.
Doing the Project Africa things so we could make pita bread.
What did you feel when you heard that?
Oh, quite emotional, actually. It's really nice. We don't often talk to the Cubs about why they like it. We just like it, the leaders. We really enjoy it ourselves. They always seem to have a nice time, and obviously they keep on coming back week after week. So it's really nice to hear about what it is that they like, and yeah, it's fantastic.
Hi, this is Carol Dagger from Tapau, and you're listening to me on 3-6 Radio.
You were on tour with Bryan Adams when that got to number 1, weren't you?
Yeah, it was so funny.
What was the reaction like at that time?
Well, from Bryan, it was really peculiar, because what you want in an opening act is a hot buzz about your opening act. So they're new, they're exciting, they're going to add to the ticket, but they're not going to eclipse you. You don't want that. So he was touring Into the Fire, which was not his most successful album. So as we went across Europe, we were going to number 1 in all these places, and he wasn't. We were getting a bigger cheer than he was. He was quite grumpy about it.
The song that I'm just about to suggest now as my Brownsea Island disc is one that was actually released a couple of years earlier, but was still being played around this time. And as part of the National Venture Scout Board, which was like the management board, if you like, at headquarters, we were promoting various things. And this was a record that seemed to sum up really what scouting was about. And I think it still stands true today. So if nothing else, I think happens as a result of taking part in scouting, it's having a bit of self-respect.
I'm Tim. Yes, my role in scouting is UK Chief Commissioner, so I'm a volunteer and I'm responsible for all of scouting across the UK.
Does that mean you're in charge of Bear Grylls?
Well, that's a really interesting question. I think Bear's a man who's in charge of himself. Bear, as Chief Scout, is one of our best ambassadors that we have, and so I work hand in hand. Would that be a good political answer?
Who are you rooting for this year in the Eurovision?
The one that's catching a lot of people's attention is the song from Iceland. It's from a band called Thre3, and it is not a gentle pop song. It is very dark and techno, and it says a lot about anti-capitalism in society, but it wraps up in this viscerally exciting package that is bound to grab a lot of attention.
It was the most amazing experience. It was something that I wanted to do as a child. That was my ambition, but an ambition that I never ever dreamt I'd actually achieve. You don't. In the real world, winning the Eurovision Song Contest doesn't happen, but actually it did. It was just a dream come true, literally. So Africa is the most amazing continent, absolutely amazing, and I think that your scouts will have an amazing time. I mean, the great thing is that you're not going out there just to have fun. You're going out there to make a difference, and I think that's totally and utterly wonderful. I really do, and I envy your scouts, and I think they'll have a life-changing time. I really do.
Quick shout out. I'm going to put the little bit of Toto in the background, but we've got a shout out for Cheryl for donating so much on the GoFundMe page. Also to Norma and Colin, my grandparents, who are here supporting us today. I hope everyone's having a really, really good morning. We are live streaming right now because we're so close to the end. 30 seconds left. I hope you can all join us in a countdown. We're all very excited. We're all very sad that it's about to be over. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,